And so we are on paper 15, the seven super universes. Wonderful. Um, who would like to begin?
Yeah, I can give it a go.
We know Kevin really wants to.
Yep.
Yeah, he wants to be done for today.
Yeah.
It's a nice short section too.
Oh, good. Paper 15. Oh, I'll take my head off for that. The seven super universes. As far as the universal father is concerned, as a father, the universes are virtually non-existent. He deals with personalities. He is the father of personalities. As far as the eternal Son and the infinite Spirit are
Oh,
concerned, as creator partners, the universes are localized and individual under the joint rule of the sons
of the
and
creator sons.
the creator son of the creator sons and the creative spirits. So interesting, that first section. It sounds like, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Just slow down a little bit. It's very good.
Hmm.
See, this is the thing, you begin to experience all this. This is the beauty. You begin to be reminded, isn't it? Just an exquisite reminder of what we already deeply, deep down know. So
Yeah, and
so
that
good.
part where it says the universes are virtually non-existent as far as the Father is concerned. That sounds like
Mm-hmm. Course of
Course
Miracles.
in Miracles.
Absolutely.
No. Yeah.
Absolutely. See, this is how big a Course of Miracle is.
Hmm.
Basically goes, hey, like go straight to the Father. You can.
Hmm.
You're not
Hmm.
going to be able to handle it very well physically because it's just too dense for that level of reverberation. But as you loosen yourself up emotionally and feelingly, if you attended any schools of feeling whatsoever, you will be capable of reverberating at least fractionally, just like that. So that's a profound statement, isn't it? Can we start again a bit slower, Kevin, please?
Yeah. Probably a bit fast because I read it to Kath before.
Oh, okay.
Okay. As far as a universal Father is concerned, as a father,
Mm,
the universes are virtually non-existent.
amazing, huh?
Yeah. He deals with personalities. He is the father of personalities.
Wow. And he can't see anything else. So he can't see our karma drama. He can't see the miseries of our making. Mm.
As far as the eternal Son, pause for Alison, and the infinite Spirit are concerned as creator partners, the universes are localized and individual under the joint rule of the creator sons and the creative spirits. As far as the Paradise Trinity is concerned, outside Havona, there are just 7 inhabited universes, the 7 superuniverses which hold jurisdiction over the circle of the first post-Havona space level.
I like how he says, there are just seven. Oh,
The 7 master spirits radiate their influence out from the central aisle, thus constituting the vast creation one gigantic wheel, the hub being the eternal isle of paradise. the seven spokes, the radiations of the seven master spirits, the rim, the outer regions of the grand universe. Early in the materialization of the universal creation, the sevenfold scheme of the Superuniverse organization and government was formulated. The first post-Havona creation was divided into 7 stupendous segments, and the headquarters worlds of these superuniverse governments were designed and constructed. The present scheme of administration has existed from near eternity, and the rulers of these 7 superuniverses are rightly called Ancients of Days.
Now he's going to explain all those names we ran into and could not understand. Wow, that's a really key thing, isn't it?
Mm. Okay. Of the vast body of knowledge concerning the superuniverses, I can hope to tell you little, but there is operative throughout these realms a technique of intelligent control for both physical and spiritual forces, and the universal gravity presences their function in majestic power and perfect harmony.
Mm.
It is important first to gain an adequate idea of the physical constitution and material organization of the superuniverse domains, for then you will be better prepared to grasp the significance of the marvelous organization provided for their spiritual government and for the intellectual advancement of the will creatures who dwell on the myriads of inhabited planets scattered hither and you throughout these 7 superuniverses.
Heather and John.
What's that?
Heather and John. It's all right. Not important.
Well, mine just says Heather and you. That's what I was thinking too. It should be either. Oh, it is
Oh,
Jan.
does it?
I'm looking at the no. I'm looking at the letter upside down. I
Oh,
think I need new glasses
ah,
because your brain can do that. Like if you switch the letters around in words in a paragraph and all the words, you can still read it like it's normal.
yeah.
And I'm looking at it now and I think I have to really strain to see it's Jan, not because I was
Mm,
expecting it to be Heather and Jan because that's what comes with Heather.
yeah.
Heather and Jan. Okay, that's enough for me. I'm finished.
Beautiful, huh? I love that.
Mm. Shall I read, Cole?
Yeah, please. Almost like
I'm a bit unfocused. I haven't managed to really take in any of that, so this might actually help me
Mhm.
arrive.
But this was really good. That introduction was just brilliant. Oh, I loved it.
Mm.
It really
Very,
touched me, actually.
yeah, it was very nicely read, by the way, Kevin.
Mm. Sir, and also it's like I just can't help to keep reminding us about this spiritual reading. Where you slow down and you let these sentences wash over you without any resistance and judgment. Just let them sink in and open up the new avenues of expression that we might have not yet believed are possibly in us, and completely ready to radiate through you and inform us in a way that we have not yet been informed before, and not necessarily from outside, but from within, as these messages reverberate the part of us, they're not vibrating as receptors yet. So that, what do they call it? Oratio Divina, like the narration of divine words, allowing it to sink in slowly and take time for it to sink.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is with my brain. I mean, in worldly terms, we could call it ADHD, I suppose. Very chaotic. And all through the years of doing Course in Miracles and doing this in Course for Love, not a lot has changed. I mean, it has changed to some extent, but the time it takes me to get to just relax and focus still is, you know, I still take time
Yes,
before I can arrive.
yes.
I really love that I could just tune in,
Hmm.
just arrive and tune in.
That's really the purpose of this, me wanting to even read this, because
Yeah,
I like companionship, and I like
yeah,
when we drop into this relationship, when we begin to relate this, rather than just read it and then trying to figure out what are they trying to say. That we,
yeah,
and that we share, just like some of us drop in into an experience, and the other one has the pleasure of taking a ride on that experience of someone else as an example
yeah,
of life in that moment. Because sometimes you have that, Alison, but sometimes you bring in space that when you go there, I feel so enriched.
yeah. I
I
know. I mean, it's the same for me. It's like if someone tunes in, it is
Mhm.
immeasurably more valuable to do it with other
Absolutely.
people. I would never read this every day on my own.
No,
I would, like just, or I would never do it regularly on my own. I
yes,
don't think.
yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful. Allowing this each word to manifest, each word become flesh. You know, the word becomes flesh. Each word supposed to reverberate the message. If we just mentalize it and we turn it into a mental study, for me, that's pure hell. I mean, that's
I
like,
think part of it too is like being open to receiving the benevolence that is offered,
mm-hmm,
like the benevolent relationship that is offered. And like it's all well-meaning. It's all here for us,
mm,
for our benefit.
beautiful.
Mm.
Yes.
The super universe space levels, sorry, one, the super universe space level.
It's gonna correct you. Ah, you took it away from me.
Within the limited range of the records,
Mm,
observations, and memories of the generations of 1,000,000 or 1,000,000,000 of your short years, to all practical intents and purposes, Urantia and the universe to which it belongs are experiencing the adventure of one long and uncharted plunge
well,
into new space.
uncharted plunge.
But according to the records of Uversa, in accordance with older observations, in harmony with the more extensive experience and calculations of our order, and as a result of conclusions based on these and other findings, we know that the universes are engaged in an orderly, well understood, and perfectly controlled processional, swinging in majestic grandeur around the first great source and center and his residential universe.
Swinging in majestic grandeur. What a description.
Yeah. We have long since discovered that the seven superuniverses traverse a great ellipse, a gigantic and elongated circle. Your solar system and other worlds of time are not plunging headlong without chart and compass into unmapped space. The local universe to which your system belongs is pursuing a definite and well understood counterclockwise course around the vast swing that encircles the central universe. This cosmic path is well charted and is just as thoroughly known to the superuniverse star observers as the orbits of the planets constituting your solar system are known to Urantia astronomers. Urantia is situated in a local universe and a superuniverse not fully organized. And your local universe is in immediate proximity to numerous partially completed physical creations. You belong to one of the relatively recent universes, but you are not today plunging on wildly into uncharted space, nor swinging out blindly into unknown regions. You are following the orderly and predetermined path of the superuniverse space level. You are now passing through the very same space that your planetary system or its predecessors traversed ages ago, and someday in the remote future, your system or its successors will again traverse the identical space through which you are now so swiftly plunging. Someday in the remote future, your system or its successors. In other words, we might not still be here. In this age, and as direction is regarded on Urantia, superuniverse number 1 swings almost due north. There is no such thing as north in the universe. There couldn't possibly be. That's to do with the spherical nature of the Earth, the directional thing. Approximately opposite in an easterly direction to the paradise residence of the great sources and centers and the central universe of Havona. As direction is regarded on Urantia. Okay, right. This position with the corresponding one to the west represents the nearest physical approach of the spheres of time to the eternal isle. Superuniverse number 2 is in the north, preparing for the westward swing, while number 3 now holds the northernmost segment of the great space path, having already turned into the bend leading to the southerly plunge. Number 4 is on the comparatively straightaway southerly flight, the advanced regions now approaching opposition to the great centers.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 has about left its position opposite the center of centers, while continuing on the direct southerly course just preceding the eastward swing. Number 6 occupies most of the southern curve, the segment from which your superuniverse has nearly passed. Your local universe of Nebadon belongs to Orvonton,
Have
the
a quick,
seventh.
have a quick look at this. When you look at that, these are the seven super universes.
Yeah, which one's ours?
Ours is this one here,
Oh,
Orvonton.
yeah. Yep, Orvonton.
So if you look at them, they've mentioned, it started somewhere here, I think. One, two, which one were we? 5? Anyway, here they are. So this is at the north one, is the south one, right? As if.
Right.
They're all very different, Okay, you can see that they are different manifestations of.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are those on the right? What are those diagrams on the right, Cole, that were
This,
there?
this one, this on
Yeah.
these were actually our own part of our own. Um, uh, these are the spheres within our own super universe, and Uversa is the capital, I think, of it all, and it just keep going. I think Salvington is our um, more local something, but I really don't remember all that
You
well.
know what that reminds me of? Those diagrams. What they remind me of is when sound is turned into image.
Yeah,
When, you know, and each is different, or like snowflakes, each is unique. Interesting. Anyway,
well, these are obviously, the best possible descriptions of what people read that Urantia's trying to express,
yeah,
you know? But they just, again, just the imagination within the scope of these eyes that really don't see that much, give
yeah.
give the best possible kind of, just as
You know what?
same as people make angels with wings and they put
Oh
them
yeah,
into human
yeah.
bodies and shapes and dresses. They even dress them up, and those are all just fake images.
I know, but they're doing their best to
Yes,
um
yes,
illustrate what has been described.
in the book.
And it would be interesting. I mean, this is the artist in me, I suppose, but it would be interesting to see if you could do the opposite of turning sound into an image. You could turn an image into sound and see what that sounds like.
Well,
Anyway, that's just a.
we're gonna learn a lot about sound in a paper 44,
Oh yeah,
and sound and music and everything. It's just phenomenal what the range of our hearing is as limited as our sight.
yeah,
When we hear the music of the spheres, we can only break down in profound gratitude and virtually bow down to the
yeah.
to the beauty and a grandeur of those expressions, which we don't have a receptive centers open to us yet, unless
Well,
we do.
Actually, Andy sent me this little post. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was about the so-called civilized world coming to the Bushmen in
Oh,
Africa, I think it was, and
oh,
how they were truly shocked when they realized that the people who were visiting them couldn't hear the stars.
yes. Yes, there you
They
go.
said it was much worse than being actually deaf because it's obviously not a physical hearing.
Yes. With the noise around us, with all these things, with the food we eat, we're just clogged up and our receptivity is gone to zero.
Yeah.
And yet,
But this is from a long time ago too, so before we even got clogged up with all this rubbish that we've got
yeah, yeah,
now.
yeah,
Oh, golly, I'm going to sneeze.
yeah.
Golly, I'll carry on reading anyway. Except I don't know where
You
I'm
finish?
up to.
Um,
Do you
you
know where we're up
would,
to, Kevin?
I'm only guessing, but your local University of Nebadon, is that the one, or
yeah,
was it?
yeah, we'll be there somewhere.
Try that. Your local Universe of Nebadon belongs to, oh, that's right, Orvonton,
Yeah.
the seventh super universe. Oh, so we belong to the seventh super universe,
Hmm.
which swings on between super universes 1 and 6, having not long since, as we reckon time, turned the southeastern bend of the super universe space level.
Yeah.
Today, the solar system to which Urantia belongs is a few billion years past the swing around the southern curvature, so that you are just now advancing beyond the southeastern bend and are moving swiftly through the long and comparatively straightaway northern path. For untold ages, Orvonton will pursue this almost direct northerly course.
Mhm.
Urantia belongs to a system which is well out towards the borderland of your local universe, and your local universe is at present traversing the periphery of Orvonton. Beyond you, there are still others, but you are far removed in space from those physical systems which swing around the great circle in comparative proximity to the great source and center.
Beautiful.
Mm. We're sort of getting the big picture, I guess, and then the smaller bits will come clearer to us.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's happening for me is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of, just like they say in A Course of Love, like don't start, you don't just study this book, you just simply read it and you let it wash over you. So it can effortlessly, because creation is effortless. Any effort is exactly going against creation. And it just washes over you. And revelation is, you can't effort it. It comes to you in the most unexpected moments where you suddenly go, whoa. Why? Because you were not striving.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I'm reading here, only the Universal Father knows the location and actual number of inhabited worlds in space. And right at the beginning, it says God, Universal Father doesn't even know about these super universes. So I'm a bit confused right there.
Well, as far as the universal father is concerned, as a father,
Mm,
the universes are non-existent.
right. Mm. All right, shall I read number two?
Sure.
Number two, organization of the super universes. Only the Universal Father knows the location and actual number of inhabited worlds in space. He calls them all by name and number. I can give only the approximate number of inhabited, and habitable planets. For some local universes have more worlds suitable for intelligent life than others. Nor have all projected local universes been organized. Therefore, the estimates which I offer are solely for the purpose of affording some idea of the immensity of the material creation. There are 7 superuniverses in the grand universe, and they are constituted approximately as follows. Number 1, the system. The basic unit of the super government consists of about 1,000 inhabited and inhabitable
or inhabitable
worlds, blazing suns, cold worlds, planets too near the hot suns, and other spheres not suitable for creature habitation are not included in this group. These 1,000 worlds adapted to support life are called a system. But in a younger systems, only a comparatively small number of these worlds may be inhabited. Each inhabited planet is presided by a planetary prince. I love that. Planetary prince. And each local system has an architecture sphere as its headquarters and is ruled by a system sovereign.
the planetary prince. Who I know Jesus talked about the prince of this world. Was he talking about Lucifer?
Oh,
Was Lucifer the planetary prince? Anyway, just a question that came up. It might come up, might be answered for me.
yeah, it could be good to look up. I'm sure that's going to be all explained. Like it's all mentioned somewhere. I just don't have that level of memory these days that can just, like I used to know Course in Miracles almost back to front, you know. You would say a sentence, I would
Yeah.
probably tell you where it was. Now,
Yeah,
I just can't.
I just thought you might know that one, but that's all right.
I'm sure some people have this all memorized. I don't.
Yeah.
And each local system has an architectural sphere as its headquarters and is ruled by system sovereign. Number 2, constellation. 100 systems, about 100,000 inhabitable planets make up a constellation. Each constellation has, it's just so mind-blowing, isn't it? Each constellation has an architectural headquarters sphere and is presided over by 3 Warondadek sons of the Most Highs. Each constellation also has a faithful of days in observation, an ambassador of the Paradise Trinity. Number 3, local universe. This is wild. This is where the numbers are gonna get so far out. I love that. 100 constellations, about 10 million inhabitable planets, constitute a local universe. Wow! Constitute a local universe. Second book, the second book of Urantia. Yeah, it's all about this local universe. I forgot it's that many inhabited planets, 10 million inhabitable planets. Each local universe has a magnificent architectural headquarters world and is ruled by one of the coordinate creator sons of God in the order of Michael, which Jesus was originally is Michael. Each universe is blessed by the presence of a union of days, a representative of the Paradise Trinity. Okay, you're going to have to help me with these numbers. A minor sector, 100 local universes, about 1,000 million, is it?
1 trillion.
Yep.
1 trillion
Oh, a
inhabitable
billion. No,
planets.
it's a billion. No, that's a billion, sorry.
Billion, okay. Well, in here it's written like as one, isn't it written as 1,000?
Yeah, but 1,000 million is a billion.
Okay. All right. Is it how you would read it?
Yeah.
Constitute a minor sector of the superuniverse government. It has a wonderful headquarters world
Minor section.
where from its rules the recents of days administer the affairs of the minor sector. There are 3 recents of days, Supreme Trinity personalities on each minor sector headquarters. I don't know why this smiles me. I find it so appealing and entertaining. The major sector, 100 minor sectors, about, what's that number?
100 billion.
100 billion. Beautiful. Inhabitable worlds. What? Inhabitable worlds. Make one major sector. Each major sector is provided with a superb headquarters and is presided over by 3 perfections of days, Supreme Trinity personalities. Number 6, 10 major sectors, about
I think that's a trillion now.
inhabitable planets.
That's so a trillion is a million, is it?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Well, to put it into thing, it says 1, 3 zeros, 3 zeros, 3 zeros, and 3 zeros. Constitute a super universe. And we have 7 of those, right? Each super universe is provided with an enormous and glorious headquarters world and is ruled by 3 ancients of days. It's beautifully explained, isn't it? Now, the grand universe. 7 super universes make up the present organized grand universe, consisting of approximately 7 trillion. Interesting, it's a 7 word there again, hey? 7 trillion inhabitable worlds. 7 trillion inhabitable worlds plus the architectural spheres and the 1 billion inhabited spheres of Havona. The super universes are ruled and administered indirectly and reflectively from paradise by the 7 master spirits. The billion worlds of Havona are directly administered by the eternals of days, one such supreme Trinity personality presiding over each of the perfect spheres.
Yes.
Wow. So, excluding the Paradise Havana spheres, the plan of universe organization provides for the following units. Nice, huh? Look at that. Superuniverses 7, major sector 70, minor sector 7,000, local universes 700,000, constellations 70 million, local system 7 billion, right?
Yep.
And inhabitable planets
7 trillion. Yep.
7 trillion. Nice, huh? We've got some neighborhood going on. Better begin to forgive, huh? Now, each of the 7 superuniverses is constituted approximately as follows. One system embraces approximately 1,000 worlds. One constellation, 100 systems, 100,000 worlds. One universe, 100 constellations, 10 million worlds. One minor sector, which is 100 universes. 1 billion worlds. One major sector, 100 minor sectors, which is trillion worlds.
No, that's
100.
100 billion.
100 billion.
Thank you. Glad for your support, guys. And one super universe, 10 major sectors. And what's that?
1 trillion.
1 trillion.
Yep.
All such estimates are approximation at best. For new systems are constantly evolving while other organizations are temporarily passing out of material existence. Beautiful.
Mm.
And then it goes into our local Superuniverse of Orvonton.
Mm.
Are you still with us, Kevin, for how long? Because you need to go soon.
Yeah, about 10 minutes, I think, just to get a few extra things done.
You want to read number 3?
Yeah, see how I go.
Yes, there you go.
Mm.
Whatever,
Yeah,
whenever you need to stop, you stop.
yeah. It's more than I'm just tired today from yesterday. I had a long
I
day.
can read if you want, Kevin.
Yeah,
You
okay,
don't.
that'd be good, Nelson. Yeah.
Sure.
What's that?
Yep, that'll be great.
Okay. 3. The Superuniverse of Orvonton. Superuniverse. Practically all of the starry realms visible to the naked eye on Urantia belong to the 7th section of the grand universe, the superuniverse of Orvonton. The vast Milky Way starry system represents the central nucleus of Orvonton, being largely beyond the borders of your local universe. Suns, dark islands of space, double stars, globular clusters, star clouds, spiral, and other nebulae, together with myriads of individual planets, forms a watch-like, elongated circular grouping of about 1/7 of the inhabited evolutionary universes. From the astronomical position of Urantia, as you look through the cross-section of nearby systems to the great Milky Way, you observe that the spheres of Orvonton are traveling in a vast, elongated plane, the breadth being far greater than the thickness and length, the breadth being far greater than the thickness, and the length far greater than the breadth. Observation of the so-called Milky Way discloses the comparative increase in Orvonton stellar density. Blah. I'll have a drink. Is the connection all right?
Beautiful,
Yep.
beautiful. It's working perfectly.
Observation of the so-called Milky Way discloses the comparative increase in Orvonton's stellar density when the heavens are viewed in one direction, while on either side the density diminishes. The number of stars and other spheres decreases away from the chief plane of our material superuniverse. When the angle of observation is propitious, gazing through the main body of this realm of maximum density, you are looking toward the residential universe and center of all things. Of the 10 major divisions of Orvonton, 8 have been roughly identified by URANTIA astronomers. The other 2 are difficult of separate recognition because you are obliged to view these phenomena from the inside. If you could look distant in space, you would immediately recognize the 10 major sectors of the 7th galaxy. The rotational center of your minor sector is situated far away in the enormous and dense star cloud of Sagittarius, around which your local universe and its associated creations all move. And from opposite sides of the vast Sagittarius subgalactic system, you may emerging in stupendous stellar coils. The nucleus of the physical system to which your sun and its associated planets belong is the center of the one-time Andronova Nebula. The former spiral nebula was slightly distorted by the gravity disruptions associated with the events which were attendant upon the birth of your solar system, and which were occasioned by the near approach of this near collision changed Andronova into a somewhat globular aggregation, but did not wholly destroy the two-way procession of the suns and their associated physical groups. Your solar system now occupies a fairly central position in one of the arms. Your solar system now occupies a fairly central position in one of the arms of this distorted spiral, situated about halfway from the center out towards the edge of the star stream.
I think I'm done.
Yeah, I don't think I can read anymore. That's it for me.
I'm also pretty cooked. This was just so brilliant, but overwhelming
There's a lot to take in.
in a delicious
I
way.
can't get it all. There's no way I can sort of visualize it all.
We'll continue on Sunday. Easy peasy.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
that's good. So
8.7.
So how far did we get? What did we finish on?
We're up
we
to
got to
15.3.7.
we
The
got to the
Sagittarius
Sagittarius
sector.
sector.
Okay, I will highlight it on my thing here. The Sagittarius sector. Cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
All righty, mighty. That was amazing. I
Very
love.
good.
Very good.
Thank
Huh?
you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. This is just that was delicious. I'm gonna reread it because that was just so brilliant. Oh, so brilliant. Wonderful. We'll see you Saturday on Course of Love
Yeah,
session, and we're nearly finishing that one.
Yeah.
getting very close.
Very close.
Had any ideas yet about whether we're going to continue?
I think I'm gonna give it a miss. I had that feeling. I think I wouldn't mind reading something else, like maybe text of A Course in Miracles. But you guys can, if anybody wants to run it, it's like this. It's a no-brainer. It's all
I
about,
mean, I don't mind going through the 40 days and 40 nights again because I feel like we've already all most of the people in the group have done the full book. And I just feel like it's possibly the most valuable once once you've done the rest of it
yeah, no. But
in
again,
terms of the transition.
I'm now reading it in Slovak, right? In Czech, and
Yeah.
wow, from the beginning, and every paragraph just gets me sunk into this state of like awe.
Yeah.
This,
I can imagine that that's enough.
yeah, like I know you least expect it. You're reading this seemingly insignificant little sentence, and then suddenly, boom, like it blows this little mind into smithereens, and find yourself in this exquisite state of beyond comprehension, sort of load up, or
Yeah.
it's just seriously, we're so blessed with these particular teachings of Jesus.
We are.
Mm.
Mm.
The what they call the later day teachings of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, there is no reason that anyone can't just keep going and keep reading the book
Yeah,
without the group.
no, no,
Um,
I'm doing.
but I really love having a Saturday group though, so
Yeah,
um, just see let's see where it leads when we finish.
one thing that happened in Course of Love has really made Course in Miracles readable in a way that I never thought it would be readable after 35 years of being fully committed to it. So it's almost like it is really like the Course of Love have done a bit of a repair job of what's been done in Course of Miracles at the beginning by the distortions and interpretations of people who had no clue what they were reading.
Yeah, yeah,
Going into that interpreting, like people used to interpret Bible in a way they think it's true or based on some kind of groupings, and a course of love has kind of dislodged this interpretations into saying, hey, this has to happen, that, like,
yeah, yeah,
don't do it like this. He actually wrote the whole course of love in a way that course of love is extremely difficult to interpret. Actually, you can't interpret it.
yeah,
So beautifully done. So it teaches you to be more into this receptive reading and having it like it's doing you despite you. But it did something. When I listened to the text of A Course of Miracles recently, I was absolutely blown away what's there. It's like, whoa.
I know that there have been times when I'm reading Course of Love and suddenly I'm seeing Course in Miracles, like a section from that, like a lesson or a
Explained
quote.
in a way that it could not be interpreted, right?
Yeah, but there's a definite connection between the two.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Undeniable.
Hmm.
Well, by me anyway.
Yeah. Yes. If
Mm.
anything, I wouldn't mind reading the text together, but
Of
um,
Course in Miracles.
mhm.
Would we do the sparkly or what would you do?
Oh, I definitely do sparkly. There's
I know it's available online as a
Yeah,
PDF, isn't it? As a
yeah.
free.
yeah,
So that would make sense. And yeah, well, you know what? I wouldn't mind actually doing it, but I would have to do it with a group because I can't read Course in Miracles on my own.
yeah. We could do it as that. If anything, that's what I would like to do. It could be
Yeah.
some day or something, and people can continue doing the Saturday round if they want to. But I feel like I want to take a break with a course of love and just do it on my own in this Czech language. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
I can't spread myself more than I do. Uh,
No, you got to go where you're led
yeah,
to
yeah. Well,
and where your friends go.
we've done almost 4 years. We've done 200 sessions almost. By the time we finish, we've done 200 Saturdays.
I mean, I'm looking at the 40 days and 40 nights. They're taking us just about 40 weeks to do because we're not doing much more than one
Yep,
a week. They must be must yeah. So that's almost a year just to do those.
yep,
It's like yeah,
most
and
definitely.
it's been immensely valuable to me. Thank you, Cole.
Oh no, thank you guys. That's that cooperation, the relationship we're building together, which is holy
Yeah,
relationship because like
yeah,
it's been exquisite.
yeah.
All right, delicious people, thank you for coming so much. I really appreciate. As little as the group is, it's just absolutely delightful to be in your
Yeah.
company. Thank you so much. I really miss
Thank
Keith,
you, everyone.
and we'll see you
Love
Saturday.
you all.
Saturday.
See
Yeah.
you
Okay.
Ciao.
Saturday. Bye.
Right.
Ciao.